Mangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Buridayanaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss, showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life. It brings welfare in life. The spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace spreads through and through one who listens to your holy message. They are the real givers who preach and pronounce the nectar of your message to the suffering humanity. Om peace, peace, peace. So we are back to reading of the Gospel, and we are on page 854. Sri Ramakrishna staying at Sampurpur. Ramakrishna continues to say, last time we read that Sri Ramakrishna said, as you go nearer to God, you see less and less of his upadhis. He is all what is very attractive, 10 arms, weapons, this type of thing, to reduce to 6 arm, reduce to 4 arm, reduce to human aspect like 2 arms, and then very loving, caring form appears. Those are gorgeous, pompous expression to a very simple expression. So, a devotee at first may see the deity as the 10-armed divine mother. When he goes nearer, he sees her possessed of 6 arms. Still nearer, he sees the deity as the 2-armed Gopala. Then mother becomes Gopala. And Gopala, he has so simple, he is not to give anything, but he asks, give me some love, like Nadu, Laddu. The Gopala, the baby Krishna. So, no gorgeous form, no that pompous form, which is very dazzling. It is like God becomes a child like that. That means it is giving up all types of extraordinary the powers and pompous appearances. The nearer he comes to the deity, the fewer attributes he sees. At last, when he comes into the presence of the deity, he sees only light without any attributes. And going further close to him, then that baby form, that also disappears. What remains? The infinite light and consciousness. That means infinite ocean of light. So those who are worshipping God in the form with duality. Because people are attracted first to whom? First to their powers. We need something in our life, no? We want money, we want education, we need this and that. So God, she should have to possess those things. So you don't go to a beggar to ask for $1 million, no? You go to a millionaire, billionaire, then he can give you 1 million, if he is pleased. So he should be a billionaire. The appearance should be like that, gorgeous appearance. And you go before, there will be 10 guards before you reach to them. So like. But when you go closer and closer, what happens? All external appearances or all external glamour and glories drops up. Ramakrishna form is glamourless form, you know. Rama has a bow and arrow, born in a prince, in a king of a country. You go to Krishna, he has pomp and power. That discus is there, and this power, you can kill any demon, anything. And Rama killed how many asuras from childhood. Krishna killed Putana and other, all demonesses, no? But Ramakrishna, born as a child, and see, when he's born, he's not found. Where is he? Gone into the oven, where the dry ashes were there, no? And smearing like that. God appearing in the world, it is smeared with ashes. Very unassuming. And is full of love and purity. Only pure souls can think of God. That's why Ramakrishna, to meditate on Ramakrishna is so difficult, because it is the purest form of manifestation. It was needed for this age. That was needed for Krishna time. That was needed for Rama's time. But to remove the demons of this age, our demons, our lust, our greed, all these things, he has taken this form. No, and see, even as there is no cloth, there is no shirt. There should be gorgeous. God of the world has come, Lord of the world has come. So if you go here, you see, my God, he's on this golden throne, sitting on a grand platform, and with the Chandratap, the golden umbrella on the head. All this should be there. But you see, more stunning assuming, full of sattvika quality, purna sattva. It is, Ramakrishna said it, this time it is Raja, the king, has come in disguise to see the condition of the subjects, how that they're doing. And Holy Mother also, see? Mother Durga, see? How gorgeous. So many bracelets, and so much of rings, bracelets, ring, these, that, whole body ornament, with ornament, gold and jewel, and shining power, this trident with the snake, with this lacing, with the discus, everything is so gorgeous. And people will be awed to see at that, no? And Mother Sarvada has come, covering the head, the cloth. Even people cannot see the face, even. So simple. So that's why this time it is the play of Sattvika, super Sattvic play, of God's play. So that's why who can deal with that super Sattvic form? They are Sattvika people themselves. Rajasic people, Tamasic people will not like this type of God to worship. Their attraction should be worship similar-minded objects. So, now Sri Ramakrishna continues today's reading, page 854. Listen a little to the Vedantic reasoning. A magician came to a king to show his magic. When the magician moved away a little, the king saw a rider on a horseback approaching him. He was brilliantly arrayed and had various weapons in his hands. The king and the audience began to reason out what was real in this phenomenon before them. Evidently, the horse was not real, nor the robes, nor the armor. At last they found out, beyond the shadow of doubt, that the rider alone was there. The significance of this is that Brahman alone is real and all the world is unreal. Nothing whatsoever remains if you analyze. So if you analyze, Vedanta says, not this, not this, not this, so what remains? All upadhis. These are limiting adjuncts. They are superimposed on God, the Absolute. His powers, that's also tamas or rajas qualities, in superimposing upon the Satchidananda self and getting attracted to that. And giving the magician's example, the magician is the only reality. And what he showed, that only means appearance. This magician does so many tricks. Though Sri Ramakrishna says magic is false, but the magician is the only reality. So that means the meaning is that Brahman alone is the real, and all whatever we see, whatever we experience, these are only upadhis, limiting adjuncts. It only superimposition. It is not permanent. It is only apparent. Doctor, I don't object to this, Master, but it is not easy to get rid of illusion. It lingers even after the attainment of knowledge. A man dreamt of a tiger, then he woke up and his dream vanished, but his heart continued to palpitate. So he says, even the illusion is gone. Still, again the mind remains. So the feeling of the duality remains in the world. Absolute samadhi, in the state of samadhi only, one can merge into that. But when again, so long he lives through the body, so they see the apparent form, they continue to see. It is like a remnant. It is like the, what you call, the prarabdha karma. That is the point discussing. Prarabdha karma, the leftover karma. You have experienced the highest, but your body is still continuing. It was scheduled for living for another 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 10 years. So the body will continue. He will have no attachment because he knows the truth. But his body will continue, and he will see also this world of this apparent world, but as not real the way I see in ignorance or we see in ignorance. They will see it is all permeated by consciousness, but at the same time they will see the form. Narada Ramakrishna, how he is talking to doctor, how he is talking to Rakhal. He is seeing Rakhal. He is not making a mistake that Rakhal became the Noren, Noren became the Rakhal, no? Like a hallucinated mind, no? It is not like that. That means he continues, the world continues to exist in the mind, in the prarabdha, but it loses its intensity. It loses its power to attach, to get angered, to get identified with it. It appears as if, that's why it is called, they are like the mark in the water. You make a mark with water, you keep it, within few seconds it dries up. That means they look like they are as if in the body, but they don't undergo the same trouble or this idea of solidarity about this relative existence. It's not that solidarity goes away. Its intensity loses its intensity, and they see the truth only, God, no? They see the gold only, and not, they see, look at the design also, but their focus becomes the gold itself, the substratum, the foundational thing, the Satchidananda aspect, which is the source of all reality. Some thieves came to a field. A straw figure resembling a man had been put there to frighten the intruders. The thieves were scared by the figure and could not persuade themselves to enter in the field. One of them, however, approached and found that it was only a figure made of straw. He came back to his companions and said, "There is nothing to be afraid of." But still they refused to go. They said that their hearts were beating fast. Then the daring thief laid the figure on the ground and said, "It is nothing, it is nothing. This is the process of neti, neti." He's giving an example. In Indian villages, farmers, they do some farming, but the birds will come, or some animals will come, or somebody, even neighboring people will come to steal all the homegrown vegetables or whatever. So to frighten them, they put some figure, effigy. So seeing that, those who do not know, they will say, oh, somebody is standing and watching. So ordinary thieves and others, they will be deterred, they will run away. So that is the thing happened here, but there among them there is one intelligent person. Intelligent person is a realized soul. Unintelligent person is we. Seeing an appearance, we get frightened, we cry, we weep, we rejoice, no? But the Jnani, he says, no, it is not real. These are not real. No, I cannot go. No, though you say it is unreal, but to me still it appears. See, I can see. There is somebody. So that fear does not go for that person. No. So that, but when the Jnani, not this, rejects everything and then tramples on that effigy which was created, like a person standing over there. So that is pulled down and it trampled over it. Then it is understood it is really unreal. No? It appears to be real but not. So, but even the Jnanis can do that, rejecting everything. They can say it is all unreal. What remains, that truth will remain. So this is the process of neti. Then doctor said, these are very fine words. Master smiling, what kind of words? Doctor, fine. Master, then give me a thank you. Ramakrishna knew a few words. So thank you is one of them. Give me a thank you. The master said the words thank you in English. And other things are in Bengali, of course. Doctor, don't you know what is in my mind? I go to so much trouble to come and visit you. Master smiling. No, it is not that. Say something for the good of the ignorant. After the death of Ravana, his brother Vibhishana refused to be the king of Ceylon. He said, O Rama, I have obtained you. What shall I do with kingship? Rama said, Vibhishana, be king for the sake of the ignorant. For those who might ask, what riches you have gained by serving me, capital? So much. Be king to give them a lesson. He is saying that say something. He says that, don't you know what is in my mind? I go to so much trouble to come to visit you. He is saying that I have come to you to listen to these holy words. He's a big doctor. In those days his fees was how much? 32 rupees or something like that. You couldn't believe. Ramakrishna's monthly salary was $6 or $7, 1 month. And the fees per visit was around 32 rupees or something. That means a big doctor. He said, I come here for what? To listen to you. So you are asking me, thank you. Why shall I give you thank you? I know how much thank I give you. That's why I bear with so much of loss of my money and of my profession. I come to listen to you. That's why he says, no, it is not that. Say something for the good of the ignorant. Ramakrishna is smiling and joking and saying, no, you come here that for the good of ignorant people. The other ignorant people will look at you. You are a big person, so you are coming over here. It is for teaching them. That means you come here to glorify me, as it was. No? He says that Ravana's story, Ravana was killed. And then Vibhishana, his younger brother, who was the more Sattvika brother, who helped in the mission of Rama. No? So when Ravana was killed, who will take the kingship? So Rama said, you become the king. Then Vibhishana, young, he's devotee. He does not care for kingship or anything. He said, what is my use? I have seen you. You are the Lord of the universe. I got your blessings and grace. Finish. I don't want any kingdom or anything. Then Ramakrishna says this. Rama said, what people will talk about? People will say, he was with Rama. What is this Rama's power? There's nothing. Huh? So if you become king, then they will say, Rama killed Ravana and put you in the chair. So so they will glorify at least me. For that reason, to the ignorant, teaching the ignorant that Rama is not an ordinary person, you do take the position of this kingship. As like doctor, you are coming here, I asked you to give you thanks, but you come, you say, but I love you so much, that's why I come. He said, yes, but it's for the ignorant. You come to show. Whatever, you are also knowledgeable person, but you come. It is a joking. Sri Ramakrishna is joking with Dr. Mahendra Sarkar. Doctor, are there such ignorant people here? Are there such ignorant people here? That means who are around? Master smiling. Oh, yes. Here you will find oyster and snails as well as conch. Oyster and snails, less important thing to the highest. So there are all types of people here. Some are ordinary, some are extra special, some are more special. Dr. Sarkar, who was a homeopath, gave Sri Ramakrishna 2 globules of medicine. He said, I am giving you these 2 globules. One is Purusha, another is Prakriti. And all laugh. Master smiling. Oh yes, Purusha and Prakriti are always together. Have not you observed pigeons? The male and female cannot live separately. Wherever Purusha is, there is Prakriti, and wherever Prakriti is, there is Purusha. It is the Sankhya philosophy. He is talking about from the standpoint of Sankhya, Purusha and Prakriti. According to Sankhya, Purusha is also eternal and Prakriti is also eternal. According to Vedanta, the consciousness, if you say Purusha substituted consciousness, that is real. And Maya, you replace with the Prakriti Maya. Maya is apparent. Maya is so long you are in ignorance. Maya vanishes at the end. Then Maya has no beginning, but Maya has an end. But Sankhya philosophy, Purusha is beginningless, endless, and Prakriti is also beginningless, endless. Where is Purusha? There is Prakriti. There is Prakriti, there is Purusha. They cannot be inseparable. So that's a philosophical joke here. It was Vijaya Day. Vijaya Day means the immersion, the 10th day. Sri Ramakrishna asked Dr. Sarkar to have some refreshments, and the devotees then served him with some sweets. That's why Bengal is always sweets. People, nowadays no one wants to take sweets, but in Bengal homes, after Durga Puja you go anywhere, you have to carry a packet of sweets. And if you go there, you will be entertained with the sweets. That's why they get diabetes so easily. And there are good sweetmeat shop. Doctor, while eating, now I say thank you for the sweets. Sri Ramakrishna. But it is not for your teachings. Always used to, Dr. Sarkar and Thakur has a good relationship. They used to joke in a very one-on-one level. Then they say, I am not giving thank you for the teaching you have given, but I am giving you thank because of the good sweets. Why should I give thank you in words? I should not thank. In Indian style also, thank you is a formal thing. Suppose a mom gives you anything and the child is taught here, say what? say thank you. And we are taught like that in this country, no? Anyone to give anything you get, thank you, thank you. That's a good training. But in Indian style, if any time the child or the mother, while giving something or taking, give thank you, then Ma will look at it. What has happened to you? What craziness! You are thank you? Why are you saying thank you? Thank you becomes a little formal. When you love someone so deeply, it is natural. Why to give any thanks? That is the way. Indian culture is not like that. They are not trained to thank. Because it is, but in this country, culturally, it is very bad. If someone says and you don't give thanks, a close person, even any person in this country, discourteous.
In India, they cannot think of that.
Yeah, they cannot think of. In India, they cannot think of. If you give thanks, means something wrong. That means you are becoming formal. You don't love me that much. I'm not very intimate to you, so that's why you are giving thanks.
Cultures are different.
Every culture has its own greatness. It has its greatness also. So thank giving is a great thing that you are every time reminding. So just to thank for anything you receive from anyone, and thank God more. But we take it for granted. Mother is not eating. Mother is giving her own food to me. I eat heavily and go away and don't think about whether mother had the food or not and whatever it is. No, it is her business. And ma thinks it's good. I have fed my son. Okay, whether I have food or not, that's not the point. The attitude is different. Doctor. The essential, why should I give thanks? Thank you in this. Master smiling. The essential thing is to fix the mind on God and to practice meditation a little. What more shall I say, pointing to the younger Naren? Look at him. His mind totally merges in God. Those things I was telling you. So he's saying that the main thing in life, whatever all this joking thing going on, Sri Ramakrishna's compass needle is always pointing out to the north. There's no change in that. This discussion little bit. He says that essential thing is to fix the mind on God and to practice meditation. A little. We do so much from our side, no? Little meditate. Actually, we don't meditate. That's why we sit. We sit. Either we snore. Sometimes we don't snore, but we do fishing. Or sometimes we are fighting in the mind, going all around the world with all our problems, and solving the problem. Fighting with somebody in argument in the meditation. So that is our meditation. That's why Ramakrishna says, little meditation. Actually, we do only pratyahara. In the Ashtanga Yoga, pratyahara. Mind goes here, hey, come back here. Again, in split second, he is gone. Hey, come. So this type of struggle, we spend no money. If we sit for 1 hour, so it goes away. But even, that's why it is said that 12 seconds you can hold on. Then you have a dharana. That's the unit. 1 step, 2 meditation. 1 and 12 times of that. 144 seconds to hold the mind in God. That day you can do 2 meditation. 1 unit of meditation, no? But, so that's why meditation is very difficult. Nowadays we have used it so openly. And some people think, even little mind is going or not, I have samadhi. They are convinced that they have got a samadhi. So Sri Ramakrishna says that what more shall I say? See, look at this younger Naren, not the Naren Vivekananda, but the younger Naren, look at him and look at how he's totally merges in God. His mind is so pure. Look at that. His mind is merged into meditation. Those things I was telling you. Doctor, tell the others also. Master, no. A man should be given food according to his power of digestion. That's the point. We sometimes think I am calling upon God and I am not getting good meditation, I am not having this. We get frustrated. But Sri Ramakrishna says, even you ask, your asking is not granted. Why? If it is given, it will not do good. One may not be able to handle it. If higher realization is given by some holy people even, we will not be able to hold it. One time I asked one Swami, he was telling about his all very mystic visions from childhood, one in good mood. He was talking about that. Normally very difficult to bring out all these things. So he was talking about this when I was a child, like that, this happened, I went to this Kali Ghat, and then there was Mother's temple, and there is a Shiva temple, and I was sitting in the corner and have this experience. Yes. So he had so many days, so many things. Then one night he said, so Swami, why not give me something? He was in a good mood, the same way. He said, I can give. Can you hold it? Can you take it? I didn't say anything more. Even if you give something to you, we cannot hold it. You will be crazy. It will not be beneficial. That's why Sri Ramakrishna is the real teacher. He says that, no, a man should be given the food according to his power of digestion. How much capacity to digest the food? You should feed the person with that. When you give, say, rich food, whose stomach is not fit to accept, you are lovingly giving the food. But it is not for him. It will not do good to that person, rather it will do harm to that person. So that's why, can all understand what I told you? Sri Ramakrishna is saying, what I have talked about, everyone can listen and understand. I cannot talk to everyone as I talk to you. And his example, suppose a mother has bought a fish for the family. All her children have not the same power of digestion. For some, she makes pilau, and for others, she makes stew. These latter have been weak stomach. These latter have weak stomach. So God also gives us, according to our stomach, our ability and our power, which is beneficial. That's why more sadhana is necessary. What is indicate that we can get that if we are capable of holding that energy. And of course God's grace dawns when we are ready. When you are ready for what? Similar opportunity God sends.
Why we don't pray for the experience, we try to be fit for the experience.
Yeah, we should. That's why prayer, meditation, leading a pure life, whatever we are, all the scripture are suggesting, those help us to be fit recipient of the spiritual wisdom or current or transmission of power when it comes. So it is necessary for that. Dr. Sarkar took his leave. It was Vijaya Day, the 10th day. When people show their love and respect to their friends and elders with appropriate greetings. So in Belur Math you go on the Vijaya, on the 10th day when the mother's image is put into the water, all the sadhus you will say, all are doing pranam to each other. Those who are senior, they have to take the pranam. And those who are junior, they will give the pranam. Not give and take may be confused. When a junior should bow down before the senior. So it is a huge thing goes on after immersion. Or you go to every senior Swami to pranam. And then young, equal, they hugging and doing things goes on for a long time. That evening goes away by only saluting the other seniors. So, then when people show their love and respect to their friends and elders with appropriate greetings, the devotees also prostrated themselves before Ramakrishna and took the dust off his feet. Then they embraced one another. Their joy knew no bounds. The master was seriously ill, but he made them all forget about his illness. The embracing and exchange of greetings continued a long time. The devotees also took light refreshments. The younger Naren M and a few other devotees sat near Sri Ramakrishna. The master talked to them joyfully. He spoke to Dr. Sarkar, of Dr. Sarkar. He spoke of Dr. Sarkar. So this is a beautiful scene we can imagine. Sri Ramakrishna is sitting there and everyone first saluting Ramakrishna, taking the dust of his feet. And then they started saluting each other and embracing each other in joy as the end of the immersion. The embracing and exchange of greetings continued for a long time. And then Ramakrishna started talking to whom? M was there, Master Mosai, the writer, and younger Naren was there, and some other few devotees. Master is talking about Dr. Sarkar. Master, I shall not have to tell him very much. When the trunk of a tree is cut almost to the other side, the cutter steps aside. A little later, the tree falls down of itself. That means I need not have to give more teaching to the Dr. Sarkar. It is working, cutting has been done almost. A little is left out, it will fall of itself, no more to do. That's the woodcutters used to do, no? They chop the trunk and do about almost 80%, 70-80%, there is a calculation, how big is the tree. And then the tree left over portion, you are not to work on that. It falls automatically due to the load of it. So it was for M, Ramakrishna says, I am to do not much. I shall have to not to tell much what he has to do, how much meditation. Or when the trunk of a tree is cut almost to the other end, the cutter steps aside. That means as a guru steps aside, as Ramakrishna as guru. A little later, the tree falls down. The younger Naren, then smiling, says, here everything is principle. Master, to him, the doctor has already changed a great deal, has not he? M says, yes, sir. When he comes here, he loses his wits. He never talks about medicine. When we remind of it, he says, oh, yes, I shall have to give the medicine. So when he comes to Ramakrishna for treatment, but he forgets the treatment, he comes before him and gets engrossed in God and discussion. So he forgets about the medicine. So he has to be reminded. So you have come for giving medicine, what about that? Then he said, oh yes, now I'll have to do. That means so absorbing. Because this Dr. Sarkar is a very highly intelligent person, seeking for truth, genuine truth. That's why he used to say, your hallucination, this, that, so that to prove that it is a Ramakrishna's genuineness understood. And she has so absorbed such an intelligent person of that time. So he already has potential divine as manifesting itself, as it were. So that's why he recognized. That's why Sri Ramakrishna also so free with him. And that's why Ramakrishna said, is he not in growing much? I shall have to. Some of the devotees were singing in the parlor. They returned to the master's room. Sri Ramakrishna said, I heard your music, but why did you make mistakes in the rhythm? See? Those who are singers, be careful. I once heard of a man who was an adept in discord. You sing like him. All laugh. And that means Sri Ramakrishna said that I heard your music. But from a distance in his room he is listening. So he's saying then, why did you make mistakes in the rhythm? Tal. Tal, man, loy. All this should be there for music. Perfectly. Ramakrishna is so perfect. So, and his music was so, Swamiji said, Ramakrishna's voice was so sweet. Of course, he is God himself, of course it will be sweet. And even sadhakas, you will find that those who are practicing spiritual discipline, if you do more sadhana, your voice will change. Voice will be sweeter, soft and sweeter. Hoarseness, hoarse voice, that comes spontaneously with the spiritual practice. That's a yogi, Pauhari Baba. Swamiji appreciated Pauhari Baba when he wanted to see. Pauhari Baba's voice was so sweet. Even he said, I have never heard such a sweet voice, no? Because yogis, when you do yoga practice, it has an impact on the throat also. I have seen such sadhus, their normal voice is different, but those who are deeply engrossed in meditation for a period of time, we could hear from them, the voice becomes very sweet. Now young man, relative to younger Naren, arrived. And he was bespectacled and pompiously dressed. Sri Ramakrishna spoke to the younger Naren. Master said, you see, a young man was going along the road. He had put on a pleated shirt, and how he stuttered. Now and then he would display the shirt by removing his scarf and then look around to see if anyone was admiring him. That young people do always, with their shirt, with their dress, changing this way, that way, and say, how am I looking better? But when he walked you out, you could see that he was knock-kneed. Knock-kneed means, what is that? But when he walked, you could see that he was knock-kneed. What is that? Knee. Knee is not.
Like they walk.
Legs are poorly shaped?
Yeah, I think it's like the knees are like inside.
Oh.
Like that?
Yeah. So they will.
The two knees are connecting together close.
Yeah, so not beautiful walk.
Yeah, he does not walk beautiful. Ramakrishna's observation. He does not say. That's why, that is the way we have to learn. You can see everything, observe everything, don't say. But he's telling his friend, so that the peacock displays its feather, but its feet are very dirty. Everyone is charmed with the peacock's feather, no? When it spreads the way. You go to Vrindavan, even you go to South Pasadena, there are so many peacocks here. And when they croak their voice, croaking voice, when they harsh voice. The peacock displays its feathers, but its feet are very dirty. All laugh. The camel is very ugly. Everything about it is ugly. But camel helps so much, in the desert area, how much service it does. Young man, but it acts well. The master, yes, but it browses on briars. It will continue to eat thorns, though its mouth bleeds. The worldly man loses his children and still clamors for more. It was October 22, 1885. It was Thursday evening, a few days after the Durga Puja, what we read just now. Sri Ramakrishna sat on his bed in his room on the second floor of the Sampukur Badi with Dr. Sarkar. Again, he is visiting Dr. Sarkar, Ishan and other devotees. Although Dr. Sarkar was a very busy physician, he would spend a long time, sometimes 6 or 7 hours in Sri Ramakrishna's company. 6-7 hours, a very busy doctor coming to see Ramakrishna as a patient and spending 6-7 hours. And he will say, hey, don't talk, your throat is so damaged, no? Don't talk to anyone, but when I come, only talk to me. He had great love for the master and looked on the devotees as his own kith and kin. A lamp was burning in the room. Moonlit light illumined the outside world. Addressing Ishan, a householder devotee, the master said, "Blessed indeed is the householder who performs his duties in the world, at the same time cherishing love for the lotus feet of God. He is indeed a hero. He is like a man who carries a heavy load of 2 months on his head and at the same time watches a bridal procession. One cannot lead such a life without great spiritual power. Again, such a man is like a mudfish which lives in the mud but is not stained by it. Further, such a householder may be compared to a waterfowl. It is constantly diving underwater, yet by fluttering its wings only once it shakes off all the trace of weight." So he's talking about householder devotee, and what is the ideal householder devotee who live in the whole householder who performs his duties, worldly duties. Because they are in the household life, they don't ignore the duties, responsibilities, whatever, to husband, to wife, to children, to family, to whatever the responsibility demands. But they are cherishing, at the same time, they cherish the love for the lotus feet of God. And actually, among them, this devotee will be a hero among them, who is like is like a man who is carrying a heavy load of so much duties and responsibilities. At the same time, as people look at the procession of a bridal party, similarly, he looks at God for everything. Carrying so much load, yet the eyes are fixed on God. And also gives an example, the one cannot lead such a life without great spiritual power. It is like a mudfish. Mudfish lives in the bottom of the pond or lake, but mud does not stick in his body. So whenever he comes out, the body is washed, as it were, and it's smooth. So they live in the world, but worldliness does not stick in their body and mind. So that is the ideal householder. They live in the world, but don't get attached to it. And like a mudfish example, and like the householder compared to the waterfowl, they live in the water, and when they shake their body, all the water drops leaves that. In the Chandogya or Vedantic Upanishad, there is an example of the horses. Asya viva viduya papmanam. As a horse, when he's rolling in the ground, all dirt and dust gathers around his body, no? But when the horse stands up, and shakes the body heavily, everything drops off. So that's the ideal condition. A householder, and of course the sadhus should be like that. Householders, example, they will be in the world, but they can shake off all those things from their personality. But a man must practice some spiritual discipline in order to be able to lead a detached life in the world. It is not so easy, but it should be practiced. Detachment, being in the world, not to be detached, is a very difficult thing. So it is to be practiced. So that sadhana is very much important. It is necessary for him to spend some time in solitude, but be it a year, 6 months, 3 months, or even 1 month. In that solitude, he should fix his mind on God and pray with the longing heart for the love of God. He should also say to himself, there is nobody in this world who is my own. Those who I call my own are here only for a few days. God alone is my own. He alone is my all in all. Alas, how shall I realize him? So a good devotee will think that they will do all the duties. So a good devotee will think that they will do all the duties with a whole load of responsibilities, and then but detached, not to get identified with it. And he will be pray in the heart. They will have to pray to God, "O Lord, with a longing heart, give me love, devotion for you only." And he will also think, try to go into solitude. Solitude means be away from the environment where you are all the time. When you come out, you always feel, no? When you come out, you forget those overwhelming thoughts, tensions, anxieties, worries, no? So it is said that go into solitude. Solitude, where will you go into solitude? That does not mean that you can go to some place where your mind will be, nowadays we call retreat. A retreat place, they are solitude. They go there, off from the home, with a different routine, different place, thinking of God and praying to God intensely. That's why I say, at least try to go for a month, 3 months, if not 1 month, if not even in another place. He said, 1 week, even not 1 day. And that day you think, I have no connection with the world, God and me. And pray to God for giving love and devotion and wisdom. Okay, so we end here today. And then if any question, we'll address that. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Panamastu. So tomorrow will be Swami Chit Brahmananda. Topic is probably given. Anyhow, I think Vedic Christianity, maybe. Normally he speaks, but whatever. Tomorrow he will be at 7:30 evening class. Swami is soon will not be able to give the classes mostly.
No, that's tomorrow's topic is practice of the presence of God.
Oh, that's the book, Practice of the Presence of God, Brother Lawrence. That he is teaching. So good, very good book.
Maharaj, see, all your fellows are here. Can you give some instruction?
About what?
What shall we do? What is the way?
Oh, what?
All your fellows are here.
What we are all doing, what we are doing, you got the instruction, so follow the instruction. Meditate the way you are, remember God, pray to God. Simple, very simple. All the Gospel gives the guidance, no? This everywhere, we are in the world, but we have to think that we live in a place as if it is a foreign land. We are all visitors here. We are visiting. People go to different countries to see different places, but they know that that's their foreign land. They are visiting people. We are all visiting here. Tourist. Sangsar videshe videshir beshe brahmo keno akarane mano chalo nijo nike tane. This is a beautiful song Thakur used to love. Swamiji used to sing, sometimes Thakur also sang. Oh my mind, go back to your own home. Nijo means own, Niketan means own home. Why are you roaming around in the world of in a foreign land? Sangsar, Bidesh. That means we will do everything. Just now Thakur gave the example. We will have to do our duties and responsibilities. There is no way out. Even we are monks, we have our duties and responsibilities. In your life there are so much responsibility. So whatever is to be done, but as a just service to God, as Thakur showed us, Ramakrishna showed us. So whole day, with the help of the 4 yogas, whatever suits in what time, sometimes in karma yoga, thing that I am doing for Lord, I offer everything to you. As if the sense that I am serving you through this work. So bringing God into our mental equation, no? So niskama karma yoga, or when you get a time, quietly sit and try to meditate. Not that all the time you will have to do all the details of your practice. That time you sit, just visualize your Ishta Devata and do the mantra. Or even eyes open, let the mantra go, and your mind should be viewing as if the Lord is in the trees, plants, everywhere, no? Still looking at the sky, flying birds flying, everywhere. It is the play of the divine, no? So it is a meditation with eyes open, with eyes closed, whatever. And then you analyze, my mind is very disturbed. Why he said that, why she said that. Then analyze, what is permanent, what is impermanent. How many times we had sweet words. What did it do? Excepting few moments, ha ha hu, no? And so it is also like that. Why to be so much importance? So teaching, this is the analysis. Nitya, anitya, viveka. Nitya is not eternal. So it is not, I am not to be paying so much attention. Yes, I got upset because I am a human personality. I have this feeling. But it is not that important. Okay, it has happened. Let go. That needs a courage. Viveka, vairagya. First to analyze is okay. And that we cannot do. And after analyzing, which I know it is unimportant, I cannot give up. My mind goes on brooding over that. Why again? You say, I have given up. I know it is not important. And most of the unimportant thing bothers our life. What is most important? God is most important, no? We cannot live on God, but we live mostly on our brooding over other things, which is unimportant. We say, that's why Viveka is not only important. Viveka next step is Vairagya. What I know unimportant, I will have the courage to say, I don't care. It is a training of the mind. Mind will again get back, but it's just training the mind in this way. What I know is not beneficial for me, I am not interested in it. Rather, I will be focused on what is more important and what is which will bring the real experience of joy and bliss. So like that, Jnana Karma Yoga Bhakti, whatever mood, whatever your time, whatever situation, use them and try to, and pray ultimately that, oh Lord, I am incapable, I try my best so much, but I see that every day I fail. You be of my, you just give me shelter at your feet. you give the power. So pray, 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 pray. So pray, do niskama karma, analyze real and unreal, and have the practice of giving up, detaching, which is unimportant, paying attention to what is important. Jnana, karma, yoga, bhakti. So,
dive deep, Mark.
if we keep the mind whole day like that, mind becomes pure, and as the mind will become pure day by day, inch by inch, then mind will automatically deepen. Our mind does not go that because we find more interesting thing outside. I may not like this, I don't say openly it is interesting, but still my past sanskaras, past impressions, they teach me, very, very important. And it's very good. So it drags us down. The old sanskaras drags us down. This is a struggle. So what is there in it? I try 100 times. I'll try another time. If I not another time. So we do for our normal outside life, we do that under conditions. Okay, so now one question has come. Sri Ramakrishna, after watching theatre, commented in the Gospel that one should not even act in the role of an evil doer, as it might formulate wrong impressions in his mind. Ramakrishna also said that one should only watch those things which are divine or capable of uplifting us. We end up watching or reading so many things which are far from divine. How to discern what to see and what to read. It does not, you know what to see, what to not see. We all know. But when temptation comes, money comes in on your screen, you are searching for one thing and another thing has come, and you don't intend to go to watch that, but your cursor clicks that thing. So if you can check it before clicking the cursor, no, I'll not. That is one way. And then there are so many things good also coming. So you can click there instead of clicking here. So this is before clicking. Even if you click, after few seconds you can say, oh, what am I doing? Okay? Delete it. So these are the again and again to fight with the mind and its tendencies. It's practice, practice, practice. There is nothing else. Another question, what is difference between Shankara's Vedanta and Vivekananda's Vedanta? Oh my God. Is it as simple? It is not as simple as you have put it. In one word we cannot say. I do not know. Shankara's Vedanta and Vivekananda's Vedanta. You can say in one sense, Shankara Vedanta is more of withdrawing from the world and engaging into the analysis of the permanent and impermanent, real and unreal. Withdrawing from the world. And Vivekananda was withdrawing, detaching from the world and getting involved very severely into the service of God in human. The same thing is one is withdrawing and traditionally withdrawing into it, I am that. Not this, not this, not this. Emphasis is on that side more. And Swamiji's emphasis is that giving up, seeing God in everyone. Where are you searching for God? Bahurupe sammukhe tomar, before you, in the diverse forms, chari, that Ishvara, the Lord is sitting in presence of you, in front of you, in every form, in the heart of all. And you are searching for God. Where? Chari kucha khujitisha. Therefore, you love the humanity, not one person. Our love is one person love, is called Maya. And love for all is called Daya, compassion. That's a great quality. And Maya binds, Daya releases. So, Swami Vivekananda teaches that you see Jive prem kare, and those who are showing love and devotion and respect to every created being, jive, that is service to God. Okay? Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.